And if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, or if you keep saying, "Oh, I just don't know what to eat," then this video is for you. Hey fam, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, my name is DeeDee. This video is gonna be another meal prep video, and if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, or if you keep saying, "Oh, I just don't know what to eat," then this video is for you, because I'm showing you two delicious lunch meal prep bowls that have helped me lose 95 pounds, and it's helping me keep this weight off. Today we're making two easy meal prep bowls for lunch, y'all. The first one is a honey garlic shrimp bowl with some roasted veggies. That thing is good. And the second one is an andouille sausage with peppers, onions, and cauliflower rice. Y'all, nothing but goodness in one bowl. Both bowls are simple, flavorful, and realistic. And guess what? Your meal prep will be done. And during the week, it's not gonna be any guessing on what to eat, okay? Let's jump right into this lunch meal prep. For our first bowl, we have some jumbo shrimp. We have a mix of veggies, some cauliflower, some broccoli, and some carrots. We also have our sugar-free honey, our minced garlic, some olive oil, and some soy sauce. We're gonna start off with the shrimp. It was frozen. I ran some cool water and allowed it to drain. And now we're gonna go ahead and place a little bit of avocado oil on this shrimp. We're also gonna go ahead and place some avocado oil inside of this skillet. Turn it on medium heat. Now we're gonna start our seasoning. I'm gonna place a little bit of garlic powder, some onion powder, some Creole seasoning, about a teaspoon of salt, some Goya Total Sazon seasoning, some black pepper, and lastly, some ground cayenne red pepper. Now it's time to mix up this shrimp. Y'all, I always get mine peeled and divine because listen, we're not doing any extra work here, okay? The only time I keep the tail on is if I'm doing like a little shrimp boil or something like that. So your hands might get a little bit messy while you're mixing this up. And remember, use whatever seasonings you like, but I was looking for like a little Cajun type of spicy taste with this honey garlic shrimp. So I added what I like, but definitely use what you like. The shrimp is good. Now let's move on over to the skillet. All right, y'all, the skillet has been heating on medium heat. We're gonna go ahead and add our shrimp in here. I'm placing the shrimp in this avocado oil in one layer, doing my best not to overcrowd this pan, and it looks pretty good here. We're gonna allow this to cook and sizzle about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and we will be back. Fam, our shrimp is starting to curl. We already know what time that is, okay? That means it is time to turn them around. So the thing with shrimp is it really only takes about 2 to 3 minutes per side to cook. And you don't want to leave it longer than that because then you might risk having rubbery shrimp, okay? This shrimp right here, although it's supposed to be jumbo, you know when you start cooking it, baby, jumbo turns into large and sometimes even medium, okay? But that's all right. That's why I get jumbo, because then I still feel like I have some shrimp. Make sure you are watching and not overcooking the shrimp because you don't want it to turn rubbery. So we're gonna flip this around and allow it to cook for about 2 to 3 more minutes, and then we'll take it off of the stove. Y'all, I really wish you were in this kitchen with me because this kitchen smells so good. Y'all, the shrimp has been cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes. It's nicely done. And now we're just taking it out and placing it in a separate container just for now. Y'all, all this goodness is still in this pot, all of this flavor, and that's what we want. I'm adding just a little bit of minced garlic, about a couple of forkfuls. I'm also adding some of this soy sauce. It is low sodium. Mix all of that right in. I don't want that garlic to burn. I'm also going to turn the burner from medium high to medium low because I want this to simmer. I don't want it to burn. We're going to add some of our sugar-free honey. About 2 tablespoons worth. Mix everything together. You see it's starting to simmer. It's gonna thicken up a little bit. I'm gonna add just a little bit of ground cayenne pepper, just because, you know, I like that little spice, baby. So just a little bit in here. That's it. Mix that together as well while this simmers. And now we're gonna add the shrimp right back in. Just gonna mix all of that in there. All of that goodness. The shrimp is already cooked. The sauce is gonna just get all up and through that shrimp. The sauce is getting thicker, y'all. We're gonna allow this to simmer for about 2 more minutes. And this is the time that you can taste your sauce just to see, you know, do I need a little bit more pepper or cayenne, whatever it is. It tastes really good. It's just the right amount of sweetness with that honey and the right amount of spice for me with that cayenne pepper. I'm gonna allow this to stay on low and simmer, and we're gonna move over to the veggies. So I have this veggie mix right here that I've already steamed in the microwave. And what I'm doing here is just placing it onto a pan. I did place some aluminum foil on this sheet pan just for easy cleanup. I steamed this in the microwave for about 5 minutes, so it's already cooked. And now all I'm doing is seasoning up the veggies just so that they can have some flavor. I'm using some onion powder, some garlic powder, some black pepper, and a couple of pinches of salt. Mix that through a little bit just to make sure everything has some seasoning on it. And now I'm gonna spray just a little bit of avocado oil on these veggies. My oven has been preheating on 400 degrees. Let's place these veggies in and we will be right back. We'll check on them in about 3 minutes. Y'all, I'm over here trying not to eat all the shrimp while the veggies are still crisping. They need a few more minutes now, just a few more minutes, and I'm making sure that I am practicing self-control. But that one shrimp that I did have, just to do a little taste test, that thing was good. Let me know though in the comments below. Do you prefer like simple meals like this, or do you prefer the ones with more detailed recipes? Let me know in the comments, all right? Now let's check on these veggies. All right, y'all, these veggies have been in here roasting for about 6 minutes. So now it's time to take them out. This is what they look like. There's a nice crisp to them, just what I like. We're gonna place these down and we're gonna start assembling our bowls. We're preparing this shrimp and veggie bowl for 3 of our meal prep days. I'm placing the shrimp into each container. I did divide it out, and it's about 9 to 10 shrimp for each bowl. That looks so good, y'all. And now I'm gonna divvy up the veggies. The last step I want to take is to drizzle some of the remaining honey garlic sauce with a little tang to it on top of that shrimp. And with that, 3 of our meal prep days are complete, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and place this to the side, and we're gonna move on to the next bowl. For our second lunch bowl meal prep, these are the ingredients we'll be using: our riced cauliflower, some peppers, our sausage, and some avocado oil. Of course, you know I'll be putting in my staple seasonings as well. And we're gonna start off with placing some avocado oil into this skillet and let that heat up on medium-high heat. While this heats up, we're gonna go ahead and slice up our sausage, slice up our veggies, and go ahead and also steam our riced cauliflower so that it can drain. Let's start off with our andouille sausage. This actually is supposed to be 7 servings. We're gonna actually just split it in half, and that's gonna leave each bowl with about 25 grams of protein, and that's good for me. All I'm doing here is slicing it up, trying to make it like a little bit round because I want all of them to cook evenly before we place them into that skillet. We're gonna head over to the stove and start browning these sausages, and then we'll go ahead and slice up our peppers and onion. The skillet is heated up nicely. I'm gonna make sure these sausages are nice and flat, and we're gonna allow it to brown on both sides for about 3 minutes apiece, and we'll be back. Let's move over to our veggies. These bell peppers have already been rinsed, and I went ahead and I took out the core, and now all I'm gonna do is just slice them up into like fajita size veggies. You can definitely use frozen veggies for this as well. I know they sell the bell peppers and onions in frozen kind, but I had these bell peppers, these fresh bell peppers in the fridge, so I said, you know what, we can use these today. You already know I absolutely love using different colors. I know some of the bell peppers taste sweeter than others, and that's probably the main reason why different people use different colors. I love the taste of bell peppers, especially with them being mixed with onions, but I'll be honest, I also love the look of it. You want to make sure that you like what your food looks like. It looks delicious. It definitely needs to taste good as well, but I think the whole presentation is what makes you look forward to it. So that's why I always use different colors when I can. Before we get started on the last bell pepper, I actually wanted to take a look at the sausage because it's been a few minutes and I figured it would be ready to go. So it's been about 3 minutes in here. So all I'm doing is just flipping them over. I grabbed this spatula because I thought maybe it would be quicker. We're gonna flip them over because we like this nice brown color. We definitely don't want it to burn. All right, our sausages are all flipped around. Let's head back to these veggies. I'm gonna place these bell peppers right in with the sausage. And we're gonna give it a good mix. And you know what? Just to make sure the sausage does not overcook, I'm just gonna go ahead and take them out. I'll add them back in after I cook the onions and the bell peppers. All right, that's it. Our sausage is out. We are good to go. Let's let these bell peppers go ahead and cook. I have a red onion here. We're gonna go ahead and slice up half of the onion. Y'all, when you're doing your meal prep, definitely do what works for you. And that's what I'm doing here today. I started taking a look at that sausage. It was nicely browned, and I just had a feeling if I left it in there cooking and sauteing with those bell peppers, So I just went ahead and took them out. Do what works for you. It is your meal prep, okay? These are the onions that we are going to use today. I'm gonna go ahead and place these in with the bell peppers so that they can soften up. Let's give that a good mix, and then we're going to place just a little bit of seasoning because we want some good flavor up in here. Y'all, the flavor of the sausage is already up in here and coming through the bell peppers and the onions. So we're just going to add a couple of the staple seasonings just to give it a little bit more flavor. My burner is on medium heat. I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder, some of my Goya total seasoning, some onion powder, just a tad bit of my Creole seasoning, and some black pepper. I'm gonna mix this up and allow it to saute some more. We want the caramelization to happen with the onions, and we want the bell peppers to just soften up as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish mixing this up just to make sure the season is evenly distributed. We're gonna allow this to simmer on medium heat for about 5 minutes. And while that's happening, let's move on to the cauliflower rice. In a separate pan, I've placed a little bit of avocado oil, and I'm gonna go ahead and place my drained cauliflower right in. My method for cauliflower rice is to do my best to actually get it as dry as possible. So what I did was steam this in the microwave for about 5 minutes because it comes in a steamable bag, because y'all know I'm all about that frozen cauliflower rice life. And then after that, I just place it into a strainer and allow it to drain for about 10 to 15 minutes. And the drier that you actually get your frozen cauliflower rice, the crispier you'll have it. You do not want mushy rice, okay? So now I place some avocado oil in here, and I'm allow it to just sit here and sizzle on medium heat. And we're gonna let it dry up some more, and this will be the base for our bowl. Let's move back over to those peppers. Our peppers are looking good. The onions are nicely wilted. This looks so good, y'all, and it smells so good and seasoned. Okay, now it's time to go ahead and add the sausage right back in. Let's mix it together. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this burner on low because this portion of the meal prep is complete, y'all. Let's move back over to our cauliflower rice. You can see there's a little bit of crisp already starting to form, y'all. It's starting to brown. Let me just season it a little bit just to get some flavor to this rice. We're just gonna use a little bit of black pepper, and we're gonna add about a teaspoon of salt. All right, y'all, our cauliflower rice is complete and ready to be assembled. We're gonna allow this to cool off. We're gonna go ahead and turn off the burner as well. And then we'll be back to assemble our bowls. All right, it is time for us to assemble our bowls. I'm gonna start off with the cauliflower rice. Just gonna go ahead and place it here at the base. You can definitely assemble your bowls any way that you feel. You can place the cauliflower rice all up and through the bottom of the plate and make it like one layer, or you can do what I'm doing right here as well and just place it on the side and place the other portion of the bowl on the other side. Now we're gonna go ahead and place our veggies and our sausage, our protein. Here we go. And these bowls are complete, y'all. Let me show you the full lineup for the next 5 days. Fam, here is the lunch meal prep for the next 5 days. We got 2 days of our sausage, peppers, and onion mix with our side of cauliflower rice. And then of course we have 3 days of our honey garlic shrimp with the mixed vegetables, cauliflower, carrots, and broccoli. Y'all, these meals are very much so tasty, very much so filling, satisfying, and this is what helps me stay on track with my 95-pound weight loss. Fam, I am done with meal prep for the week and I am super excited, okay? Let's move on to how do you keep this fresh all week? Okay, so you know I always tell you, make sure to do your best to use airtight containers because that's what keeps your meals fresh up to 5 days in the fridge. If you don't have an airtight container that you use or you're looking for one, I'll go ahead and link the ones that I use below. Now for reheating, you can absolutely use the microwave, 2 to 3 minutes and you're good to go. Now if you want better texture, you can also use the skillet for about 7 to 9 minutes on medium-high heat and your meals will come out delicious as well. Y'all, I love meal prepping because it takes out the guesswork for me during the week. And I know some people feel like, you know what, I can't eat 5 of the same meals for 5 days in a row. And I get it because everyone's not the same. But that's why today I gave you 2 different options. For me, I might have my little Andouille sausage pepper mix one day. The next day, I'll go ahead and switch it up and have my other meal prep, that honey garlic shrimp with the mixed vegetables. Then maybe the next day I'll switch it right back up. But for me, I do tend to eat the same type of meals day over day because that's what's worked for me and that's what helped me lose the weight and keep it off. But for you, if meal prepping is difficult because you can't eat the same type of meals day over day, maybe switch it up. Just prep 2 to 3 days at a time and that'll give you more variety. Just remember fam, you don't need complicated meals whatsoever. You just need a plan that you can stick to and that's what's gonna help you sustain your way of eating. Let me know in the comments below if you're willing to try any of these lunch bowls today, okay? I wanna know. And also, let me know what you're meal prepping this week. How are you staying on track? Let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.